Hello everyone. I'm sure everybody has a cell phone, and I'm sure most of us drive vehicles. Here to talk about texting and driving, some of the dangers associated with texting and driving, a personal story how I am tied to a victim of texting and driving, and finally, some of the penalties in some of the states and their specific laws against texting and driving. Let's go ahead and start out with the personal story, the personal ties to texting and driving. If you haven't personally been affected by texting and driving, you know or know someone who has been affected by texting and driving. For me, it was a high school buddy, a football player, a scholar who had a full ride scholarship to go play football for the University of Texas. On the way home from football practice one day, he got a text from his girlfriend wondering where he was at. He decided to pick the phone up, take his eyes off the road. This ended up costing him his right leg. As he texted her, he responded to her text. He flew off into the bar ditch and was pinned his right leg was pinned between the dash of his truck and the floorboard, ending his career as a football player. Definitely hurt every one of us on the team. You guys, I'm sure, share a similar experience. Let's go ahead and move on to some of the risks, some of the dangers involved with texting and driving. According to textinganddrivingsafety.com, there's 1.6 million texting and driving related accidents a year in the United States. That is a huge number, and it's all preventable. We don't need to pick up that phone and text. There's no reason to wait till you can't wait till you get to the next stoplight to respond then, or wait till you get home. Pick up the phone and call on hands-free. Most of the phones have hands-free. Use that feature. Another staggering statistic is you are 6 times more likely to cause an accident texting and driving than you are drinking and driving. I was taught growing up, drinking and driving is bad. It impairs your vision. To go along with that, another statistic is the average text time it takes for you to look, acknowledge what's on your screen, and respond is 5 seconds. That's 5 seconds your view is not focused on the road and what's around you, but it's focusing on your hand and not the safety of everybody else or yourself as you're on the road. Potentially put you in a bar ditch, put you in oncoming traffic, let you run over the neighbor's kid, the pet. It's astounding that we still need to text and drive. We should keep waiting until we get to the next stoplight. Pull over if it's that necessary. Go ahead and pull over the side of the road. Those are some of the risks, some of the dangers involved with texting and driving. We'll finish it up with the laws and some of the penalties associated with texting and driving. There's 43 states that ban texting and driving. The first state was Washington State in 2007, and since then 42 other states have joined and banned texting and driving. In Texas, you cannot use a cell phone during the school zones, the 2 lights. That's one personal law that I know in Texas. Another part to being for the laws, if you break them, here's some of the fines that are associated. Alaska is the highest state associated with texting and driving, and the first time fine is $10,000. I don't have $10,000 to just throw away for text and drive. It's not worth that little okay. I'm sure you don't either. Now, some of the other states were most of the states were in $150 range. $150. If you have $150 in your pocket, go ahead and text and drive. It's definitely not a good idea. We all don't like spending money for no reason, so keep the phones down, keep everybody else safe, keep yourself safe, And remember the sirens at the beginning, some of the personal ties when you choose to make that little "okay, I'm on my way home" text. So let's go over what we went over. Let's do what we went over today. We went over the personal tie to texting and driving. We're all affected by it. If you're not personally affected by texting and driving, you know somebody who is close to you, or a coworker, friend. We went over some of the risks, some of the dangers associated with texting and driving, some of the key statistics that affect everyone else on the road and yourself. And we finally wrapped it up with the money aspect, the penalties, the laws, some of the states and some of their specifics for texting and driving. With those sirens ringing clear in the back of your head, make the wise choice next time you drive. Wait till a stoplight, pull over on the side of the road if it's that necessary. Go ahead and call with a hands-free device. Do not text and drive.